What is elements of design in fashion designing? To facilitate the design process. In every art form, there are certain guidelines that all professional designers should use. These are known as elements of design. Basic design has a positive impact on the designer's performance, and therefore serves as an important tool used to attain competitive advantage in the fashion design industry. The structure of any artwork is based on the organization of the elements according to the principles of design. Here the list of all basic elements of designs, which you see on the screen. What is the role of lines in garment? Line refers to edge, or the outline, of a garment, and the style line that divide the space within the garment. Line can create visual illusion if used skillfully. Line is the simplest and the most important of the design elements. All lines have length and width. Basically, straight and curved lines are used in designing styles for clothing. A straight line can be vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. It is important to understand that lines create illusions. Design line of a garment helps the viewer's eyes to follow a certain direction. These lines can be cleverly used to improve body shapes and proportions. The line of a garment relates to its cut and style lines. Vertical lines tend to lengthen the body and make it appear slimmer. And diagonal line normally slants from one side to the other, and it tends to increase or decrease in width, height, and the direction to the height of the figure. If it is fairly short and fairly sharp, it decreases the width. Curved lines may be used decoratively, such as scalloped edges. In designing, high curves suggest greater height than lower curves. Now, what is silhouette in clothing? Silhouette can be described as the outline of the entire garment. This is the most obvious visual element of the garment. It creates the initial impact before any other details are noticed. The shape formed by the outer lines of clothing is known as silhouette. It is what others notice from a distance, and it is responsible for the first impressions. Silhouettes tend to repeat themselves in cycles throughout history. Now, what is space and how it works? Space refers to the area that a shape or form occupies. It also refers to the background against which we see the shape. In clothing design, designers use the negative and positive space associated with shapes to create a surface design or pattern. The other elements of design can be used to define the contrast between the negative and positive space found on fabrics, in clothing, or used in interior spaces. For example, as you've seen on this picture, with the use of space. Our next point is, what is the role of texture in clothing? The texture of a fabric appeals to the eyes, as well as the sense of touch. Texture refers to the surface, appearance, and feel of a fabric. This results from the type of raw material and the type of weave used in producing the fabric. The texture of a fabric may be described as soft, rough, shiny, dull, bulky, filmy, transparent, thick and smooth. Design and texture are closely related in that, at times, the design of the weave determines the texture. The degree of softness and the weight of the fabric will influence the drape, which is the way it hangs on the figure. Drape is an important factor, which determines how well a particular fabric will move with the body and maintain the shape of the style. The soft handle of a fabric is suitable for a garment with draped or flowing features, and a stiff fabric is suitable for a tailored style. The texture of a material can alter the tone of its color. A rough surface may affect the apparent color of an object. Very smooth and shiny surfaces attract attention because of the amount of light they reflect. Texture can create illusions to the figure of the wearer. A shiny fabric, such as satin, appears to increase size, and thus makes figures look larger than they are. Role of color is the important, and it is the most influential element that contribute to the overall nature of the garment. Color creates the most visual impact when seen from a distance. Color has personal values. Therefore, personal preferences for certain colors will affect an individual's choice. It is possible to wear all colors if one knows how to use them wisely. Color can affect and reflect the way people feel. Warm colors, such as bright red, oranges and purples, are stimulating and exciting colors, which can make people feel happy. On the other hand, soft colors, such as blues, greens and white, suggest coolness and calmness. Black and grays have a depressing effect. We can say that color is the first thing people observe in our garments, and the impact is instantaneous, and it also leaves a lasting impression.